morning as the passion start to rise. The energy felt.
Welcome back to Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates. And viewers, switching our conversation to a little bit of a lighter note, even though we have something serious to be concerned about. There is a special event happening in Tobago hosted by the Tobago division of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce over the Carnival weekend. So if you're interested, Mr. Curtis Williams is here to tell us about it. So good morning and welcome to you, Mr. Williams. How are you doing?
Hi, good morning, Candice, and morning to the team here at Tobago Updates, and thanks for the opportunity to be here on live on here. But this event, as you earlier mentioned, is one of our fundraising events, first for the year actually. Candice, as you very well know, we are an NGO, and we have to raise funds to pay our bills. And we have been suffering. We have been asking Trinidad all year last year to assist us in paying our bills. And Trinidad said, hey, guys, you got to do something on your own. You need to raise funds. Our subscription through our membership is not sufficient to pay our bills. So hence the reason we have to do something fundraising. And all that we do is all voluntary work. We don't get paid. We don't get a stipend. It's all voluntary, Candice. So all that I'm doing for Tobago, it's all free. Right? So I'm here lobbying on behalf of the business community on island. Whether you're a member of the chamber or not, we lobby on behalf of Tobago and Tobago business. We are here just to see the development of the island.
And then just so people can understand some of the work that the chamber does, and especially a recent initiative is that little help desk to help businesses.
Correct. Well, we have launched that help desk, that TBAT, to assist business in raising your profile on the island. There are some businesses that's struggling with financials. There are businesses struggling with marketing, pricing, etc. And we are there to assist you. These micro businesses on the island, from Charleville all the way back down to Crump Point, you have issues, and we are there to help you. Again, we need funding to do these things.
Exactly.
We have to pay staff, we have to pay other folks, and definitely there's nothing happening. So hence the reason why we are having our first fundraising event for the year, and the name of that event is Rooftop Sunday, and it's going to be held on Carnival Sunday at 10 p.m. on the rooftop of Smithfield Plaza. It's a beautiful view up there, Candice. I don't know if you've ever been on top there, but it's the most fantastic view in Scarborough. And this event will be in the form of an semi or all-inclusive. So you will be having drinks, complimentary drinks, you'll have some eats, and you'll have lovely music, good networking, and nice atmosphere just to come and relax, heading straight into the Carnival Jubilee.
And while I have you here, I just want to get an idea of how things are looking on the island for Carnival. I know we had a lot of confusion getting to this Carnival weekend about what's happening, whether or not we're actually having Carnival events. But how is it looking from a business standpoint?
Well, we noticed, or we mentioned earlier on, that our focus is on the October Carnival, which is on the 25th, I think is the launch. And coming up to that Carnival, we have something big coming in, and this is going to blow everybody away. But the reason is that everyone is moving towards the Tobago Carnival, and a lot of emphasis is being placed on that week or 2 weeks of event. So the National Carnival were more a low-key environment. So our members were not placing much emphasis on the National Carnival. More looked like the cool down. Tobago would be like the cool down of the Carnival. But the October Carnival is when we would have definitely, there's a lot going to be there. Our members would be all in the glory, and all the vendors, Candice is going to be a bomb this year. 2024, we definitely had to make this thing. It's going to be a third time in it, and we definitely pump it up a bit. So it's going to be really, really big. I hope the island can accommodate the couple 10,000 plus folks that we're hoping to bring across. Because talking to a couple of the bands and so forth, and we're hearing the numbers have been increasing. Villas already pre-booked. And I don't think you can get a villa now. I think all the villas is gone. So we're looking at the hotels, and the numbers is really coming up. So, it's going to be a really bumper event coming out there.
And now with this whole situation that's happening here in Tobago, with this vessel stuck on the reef outside of a cove, leaking oil and fuel everywhere, is the business community concerned?
Of course, Candice, this is a big concern for us. Response and emergencies is always a big thing. Is the island ready for it? Tobago Emergency. I know they're struggling. They're trying their best to do what they have to do. What the Coast Guard. And I mentioned early on to a friend of mine that passing at the Coast Guard base, there's not even a national flag. There's no flag flying at the Coast Guard base. They haven't have a flag pole there for like 3 to 4 months. A flag pole. So if the National Security Division or Ministry doesn't seem fit to give the Coast Guard in Tobago a flag pole to fly the national flag and the Coast Guard ensign and the commissioning pennant, then something is wrong in Tobago. Something is definitely wrong. Tobago is the last person on your mind because the Coast Guard is struggling for a flag pole. So on mornings, the ceremonial where you have to raise the flag and lower the flag, there's none. So now we're going to talk about vehicles. I don't even think they have a working vehicle on the island. Then we're going to vessels. Candace, we're in a real bad state in Tobago. And I know that's national security. So we call upon the National Security Minister to come and look and see what's happening in Tobago. The Coast Guard base in Tobago, this big, beautiful base, no flag haven't been flown there for the last 4 months, and they're begging everyone. So I hope the Chief Sec and his team could come in and assist and show the national security that you're more concerned about Tobago than anything else. And you can help the Coast Guard at least put a flagpole under the guys and have some pride in the base. No flagpole. So Candice, you can see what's happening.
No, and in a situation where we had a call, got a vessel, that the vessel was stuck there at 7 o'clock yesterday morning, and even not until the afternoon was there somebody in the form of Mr. Alvin Douglas, poor Mr. Alvin Douglas, our hero, actually, in Tobago, because he really is our hero. Yeah. He's the only one that was able to go out, and of course he had to wait till the authorities say yes, go out and do the dives and try to do some inspection. But we didn't even see the Coast Guard respond. But then what does that say now for the business community that may occasionally need the support of the Coast Guard in times of help?
That's correct. And Candice, these are things that we had to look into. And I remember someone mentioned it when the Cabo Star was on fire and the Coast Guard couldn't respond in a timely manner. Well, there's a prayer going on, but Tobago have nothing. And you look around the Coast Guard base, I think you should take your crew and you all should go around and see what's happening at the Coast Guard bases. The one there on the jetty and the main one. I mean, starting from the flagpole, there's so much issues happening with these guys and ladies, because I think there are females there on the base as well. And the problems they're having. And I mean, they can't complain. They're military, so they can't say much. But as you, the media folks, have to highlight some of the issues these guys face. And then we want to ramp up law enforcement on the island, and we don't even have a flagpole for the Coast Guard. And I mean, the police and all have their issues. The fire service have their issues. The prisons have their issues. Tobago is left on the side burner. Mm-hmm. The only time we think about Tobago is when we're saying the word Trinidad and Tobago. That's the only time, Candice. Other than that, Tobago is left on the side burner. And whatever happened, we get the dregs.
And I know that you guys have been trying a lot even to utilize your resources here in Tobago, which is why you are having this event during Carnival for people to come and support so that you can even put back that money back into the business community so that, I don't know, we can do something where the government falls short on.
That's definitely. And I mean, this event, the contribution rate is only $300 for the tickets, Candice. And you definitely will enjoy it. It will be really, really good. You can get tickets at our office in the Ansa Macau building. We are there. You can call the numbers at 639-2669. And you definitely will drop off the tickets for you guys. The tickets are moving real fast, and I want you to come take your 5 tickets, take your 10 tickets, and really support the chamber as we try our best to do what we have to do for Tobago and lobby on behalf of the business community and the business person on island. So we really, really appreciate Tobago coming out and support us in this event.
And maybe through these efforts and supporting more fundraising efforts like this, maybe we can help to mobilize and, help Mr. Douglas to even get the support that he needs to really make sure our waters, our shores, and things can stay safe.
Yeah, definitely. And I have to say, hats on to Alvin Douglas. I knew him quite well. We served some time in the service. And so I knew him quite well. And look, he's given back to Tobago. And in assisting in what area he can. And he needs assistance because to get a vessel out there, there's a lot of resources and stuff like that. And I mean, and then Tobago don't have the resources at hand. And hence the reason why we asking upon the Minister of National Security to see what's happening on the island and just don't focus on Trinidad and leave Tobago alone. And it's only when some murder in Scarborough or something happened, then everybody jump. And so we are all reactive and we are not proactive. And that's a big problem in Tobago. We only react. So we're not being proactive to say, okay, once a year we run an oil spill drill or we run so that we all be in that mode of able to react when things like this do happen.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you, Mr. Douglas. And of course, viewers, please go out and support the Chamber as they put back that support into us here and to build our business community. We got to work together to make sure that our private sector is strong. Because like I said, when the government fails, well, we need to be able to help ourselves as well. So thank you so much, Mr. Williams. And viewers, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this break.
Hey.